Hi guys, this is just doing a quick recording for Psychotic Roses on Guild versus Guild, and as you can see on the new 1.20 release of Forge of Empires, there is a new icon which is the Guild Continental map. In the Guild Continental map we have a number of areas, one for each age, starting at Iron Age, and if I click on the actual area itself and show the sector, I should be able to see the level of defending army, and they've got 8 defending armies, each of which would have to be defeated 10 times, and some of them already have got some defeats on them, so that's a fairly heavily and strongly defended area. Because this is Iron Age, in order to attack that area, what you have to do is put it under siege. To do that, you must do it with an attacking army, and that greyed out arrow would actually light up and go orange if you got all the right troops in place. So I would need to replace all my troops I've currently got under attack with Iron Age troops. If I actually go ahead and do that, and put in a sample attack force, you can see it's now gone golden, which means I could, if I wished, actually put that area under siege. To put that area under siege, and to put each area under siege, there is a cost in goods. I earlier on put some goods in our guild bank on the test server, so the goods value are actually stored and ready to be used for that attack. But when you select this, what you do is you get a prompt come up that tells you what sort of goods you're going to need to put in place, which is why we need both fighters and producers of goods and traders, and a balance between those forces in a guild for it to be effective. So just for demonstration's sake, let's put this particular area, they're fairly strong. Let's see if we can find an area that is somewhat weaker. Each area, its strength is indicated by how many bars it's got, very much like the battleground. So if I scroll around until I find a slightly weaker area, we can perhaps put an area under attack and see what that does. This one's that's slightly weaker up there. That one's got two sections off. Let's try attacking that particular one. So I'm going to go into that one. I've got gold bar. I'm now going to put under siege, and it's now telling me what's available and what has been placed. If I pay and place now, I've actually got one army under siege. While that is under siege, we can actually then go ahead and attack that particular area. To attack that area, you then need other troops, so you effectively need an awful lot of troops when you're doing this. So for me to attack that area, I would then do that, and I would then be attacking one of those armies, and there's 8 armies and one of them at full strength. So if I was to attack one, it will bring one of those armies up randomly, and then I fight against that army. As you can see, my attack bonus is 12%, and the defending bonus is 50%, so that's going to be a very hard battle for us. It would be one I'm actually going to back out of for now. But if we'd got enough force, we could attack that and eventually defeat all the armies and take that sector. That would then give us a new headquarters. If I roll up on the actual continental map, you can see there's a green cross swords, and the green cross swords tells us that that's an area we've currently got under siege. If I click on it and view the sector, it tells us the strength of our siege army. For the defending army or anybody else who wishes to attack that, they need to defeat our siege army 10 times. But in experience of playing this, and certainly playing against the guild called the Others, they will defeat that army 10 times relatively quickly if they've noticed the attack is taking place. And as you can see, I think they've had one attack on it already, and it has lost one sector. So I'm going to close that. I believe that will disappear fairly quickly. You'll see there are various different icons at the bottom of this guild continental map. One is an event log, and the event log tells us exactly what has gone on in terms of calculations for our guild, what prestige we've got, and eventually what bonuses we will receive, and the fact that we've placed an army under siege and where the location of where that siege was placed. If we actually look at some of the others, green tells us positive things on our behalf, and red tells us negative things on our behalf. So our guild army was damaged, and that was the one damage it took earlier on. My guess is we're going to see several more of those come up, and that guild army actually be defeated and removed. But in our live world and in the Psychotic Roses guild, hopefully our battles are going to be a little bit easier. Each, as I said earlier, each of these sub-maps is a different age. It starts currently with Iron Age, and I believe goes all the way through to Progressive. There is no battle map or guild map for the Modern Age yet, and you have to have the appropriate troops for each age. So I would suggest we probably start with Iron Age and early Middle Age, so that everybody in the guild has a chance to have a go, apart from the extremely low levels. And if you look at the maps, I believe the orange areas are areas that are currently unexplored and unconquered. So if I click on that map, you can see some conquered areas with the towers, and if I scroll downwards, you can see some areas at the bottom whereby they're not players that have got those areas, they are non-player characters that control those areas. To be able to actually attack an area, you need to attack an area in a landing zone, which is one of the areas that's got the gold arrow pointing at it. So all of our current available landing zones for that particular map are all currently taken by players, so we would have to fight our way through and down the map sector by sector until we got to the unoccupied territories. And simply like the battle map, it's back to city back to the city. Guys, that was a very quick tour of Guild versus Guild. I hope it was helpful, and if there are any questions, then just send me a message in Guild, and I'll answer it as best I can. Thank you.